Well, well, well. There they are. I have to say it's ironic they hired me of all people to kidnap them. I was going to do it anyway at some point in the near future. But now, since they literally hired me for this, I can do whatever I want. Got you, darling. Just sleep now, sweetie. It's going to be okay. Hmm? Oh, hello, darling. You're finally awake. Yes, I'm the kidnapper that you hired. I guess you must really hate your job if you literally hired me to kidnap you, so you didn't have to go to work. Don't feel embarrassed, sweetie. I understand. I've been watching you for a little while now. Actually, funny enough, I've watched you even since before you hired me, darling. Yes, I watched you out of love. I always wanted to take good care of you. I was actually planning on kidnapping you, even if you didn't hire me, since I love you beyond words. Well, yeah, I remember you being tired of working at your job. That's why I put that flyer on the front door of your home to hire a kidnapper, so you could get away from work. It's not like I could just put an ad in the newspaper or something. That would get me in big trouble, and we don't want that, do we now? So, what do you think? I brought you into this cozy bed and tied you up. I thought about putting you in a chair in the basement, but I realized that it might be a bit too uncomfortable for you. I'd rather you be very comfortable and happy. You like this? Really? So, does that mean you love me? Oh, so you're just happy you don't have to go to work. Well, I guess that's fair. Oh, I'm just a little upset you don't love me. But I suppose it can wait. You probably weren't expecting me to actually love you, so, I can forgive that. No, 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 please, darling. You don't have to apologize. It's not your fault. Perhaps I should have revealed myself sooner instead of later. Well, I guess there's no reason to beat myself up for it, since I'm here for you now. Oh, you're so sweet. You're accepting my love. That's a good start. I'll be honest, I was a bit worried about this whole thing. You thought this was all going to be completely staged and not an actual kidnapping, didn't you, darling? Yeah. And now you're stuck with me. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, I love you so much. So, of course, I want you to stay with me. Well, I'm happy you're still accepting of all this, after I told you that this was more than a phony kidnapping. I'm really not going to let you leave, darling. You don't want to leave? That's good. Yeah, I knew you didn't like your job. Your boss and coworkers were contributing to such a toxic work environment. No one deserves that. Especially you don't deserve that kind of crap, darling. I mean, I knew it was a long shot leaving that flyer on your door, offering my kidnapping services. But then I got the phone call, and I instantly recognized your phone number. Oh, of course I recognized it, darling. I know nearly everything about you. Yes, I know where you live, obviously. I know that 5 months ago you got that laptop that was defective. I was so angry about that. Then again, part of me would want to limit your internet access. But I can tell you're gonna be a good darling for me, won't you? Great. I love you so much. You being so accepting just makes everything better. You look so cute like this, darling. I don't know if I want to untie you quite yet. And don't worry, silly. I'll definitely untie you since you've been so good and accepting of my feelings for you. But, didn't you want me to kidnap you in general? So, just take in the experience for a bit. Okay, darling? That's it. You're safe, darling. I'll untie you a bit later. You don't need to be scared. Like I said, I love you. So I won't hurt you, my love. Thanks for understanding, darling. I don't blame you for not wanting to go to work. I mean, some people say the whole nobody wants to work anymore. But in some cases like yours, your work environment was so damn toxic that no wonder you didn't want to go to work. It's absurd. It's good to see that we're in agreement on something, aren't we, darling? I mean, I did agree to kidnap you so you wouldn't have to go to work. Of course, in the original plan, I would essentially get someone to take the fault for kidnapping you, which may or may not have been some random person through some threatening. We can't have you get in trouble for a fake kidnapping. And obviously I can't get in trouble for it either. You would have ended up going back to work at some point, and I could not let that happen no matter what. See? You get it now, don't you? This is so much better than the alternative. You don't have to go back to work now. It's not just at that awful work environment, but any work environment. Because I will support you from now on, darling. Yeah. And if something went wrong and we got caught faking this, I'd be beyond distraught. And so would you. I don't want you going to prison. And obviously I don't want to go to prison. Well, I kind of figured that out. I mean, it would be odd if you or I wanted to go to prison. I heard that it's not really a fun experience. I'll untie you tomorrow. I promise, darling. Like I said earlier, just let the experience sink in for a bit. It'll all get better tomorrow, and we can live happily ever after. Good. Thanks for agreeing to this. I'm happy you took my offer. I love you so much, darling. You'll never have to be a corporate drone ever again.